everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create Xero contact on Instamojo sale. So I'm an owner of a skincare brand and using Instamojo, I collect the payments from my customers who purchases the skincare product that I'm selling in my business. Here what I want is that as soon as if the customer, a new product is going to be purchased using Instamojo, I want to create that customer as a contact in my Xero account so that I can maintain the data of all my customers. Now doing this manually is very time consuming. So what I've done is I've simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And here in this automation, I'm going to build the connection between Instamojo and Xero with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this amazing automation process step by step, for that let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create Xero contact on Instamojo sale. So as an owner of a skincare brand, I use Instamojo to sell my skincare products online. Additionally, I rely on Xero for managing my accounting and keeping my financial records organized. To streamline my operations, I have automated this entire process of creating Xero contact whenever a sale is made on Instamojo. This ensures that customer details are seamlessly added to Xero in real time, helping me maintain accurate records effortlessly. And I'm going to create this amazing automation between Xero and Instamojo with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as How to Create Xero Contact on Instamojo Sale. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? After that, over here it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I have created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select Instamojo Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of How to Create Xero Contact on Instamojo Sale, and you can see there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means what is Action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Instamojo V1. As with the help of Instamojo, I'm collecting the payments from my customers who are purchasing the skincare products that I'm selling in my business. I want that as soon as a new purchase of product is going to be done using Instamojo, automatically with the response of that should be captured. And that is why for my trigger application, I have selected it as Instamojo. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as New Sale. After selecting my trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Using this webhook URL, we are going to build the connection between Instamojo and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to first copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, I'm going to log into my Instamojo account. So this is the smart page of the product Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner that I've created using Instamojo. And using the smart page, the purchase of this product is going to be done. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to connect this smart page to Pabbly Connect. In order to do that, as you go to land towards the smart page, this is the three dots. Click on it and go to this Edit Page section right here. From the left side of the panel, go to this Page Settings and go to this Webhook section right here. As you're going to come to the webhook section, it says Add Webhook. Toggle this button on right here. As I'm going to toggle the button on, it is asking for the webhook URL. For this field, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And for the information to be sent, I want that as soon as a successful payment is going to be done and the purchase of the product is going to be done using Instamojo, automatically over the trigger should capture the response of that. So for my information to be sent, I'm going to select it as successful payments. Okay. After entering the URL and selecting the information to be sent, I'm going to click on the Save and Update button right here to save the changes that I've created. It says Smart Page Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner edited successfully. As now the webhook URL is successfully added to this page right over here that I've created using Instamojo. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my workflow and scroll down. It is saying waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Instamojo is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the test payment using Instamojo with the help of this page that I've created. And after doing the test payment, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test payment being done or not. Okay. So for doing the test payment, I'm going to open the smart page that I've created. Over here, this is the link of the smart page. I'm going to copy this link from here and open this link in a new tab right over here for doing the test payment. As I've done that, you're going to land towards the smart page of the product Natural Glow Skincare Face Toner. And now to do the test payment, I'm going to click on this Pay Now button right here. It is asking for the customer's information, which we are going to fill right now. Firstly, it is asking for the customer's name. So for the customer's name over here, I'm going to write it as Smart. For the last name over here, I'm going to write it as Customer. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as smart45@pabblytudes.com. And for the phone number over here, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this Proceed to Pay button right here. As I'm going to do that, it is asking for the method of payment. I'm going to select the method over here as card. It is asking for all the card details, which I'm going to enter right now. After entering the card details, I'm going to click on this Continue to Pay button right here. As I've done the payment, it says, thank you, your payment is successful. As now the payment is done successfully using Instamojo, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. And yes, you can see right over here, Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the new payment being done on my Instamojo. You can see this is the seller account ID, this is the status that comes as success, this is the resource ID, payment ID, currency as INR, this is the completed date and time, amount as 9 rupees, you can see right here. If I'm going to further scroll down, the purpose comes as skincare, this is the total amount of the payment, phone number of our customer, name as smart customer, and the email as smart45@pabblytudes.com. As now we've captured the response of the payment, this means that Instamojo is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now, whenever by the customer a new payment is going to be done using Instamojo, automatically in the similar manner, the trigger should capture the response of that. Okay. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. Here, my objective is that as soon as the payment is going to be done by the customer using Instamojo and they're going to purchase the product, I want to create that customer as a contact in my Xero account. For that, we're going to set up our action step. And for the action application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Xero. And for the action event, I'm going to select as create a contact. Then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, click on connect with Xero button right here. After doing that, over here, window is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a permission. So I'm going to click on this allow access button. As this save process, my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow access button right here. You can see that Xero has now been successfully authorized with Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for the organization first. For the organization, I'm going to select the organization in which I'm going to create a contact of my customers in. Okay. After that, over here, it is asking for all these details with the help of which we are going to create the contact. Okay. So now in order to enter the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how it works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, this was the previous step, that is Instamojo V1 new sale. As I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that was captured in our previous step. In the response, we have received the data of our customers. You can see right here. So for the data of this field of the contact name, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the data of my contact name, that's my customer's name, from my previous response. As I've selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I map the data has now become dynamic now. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this map data. Okay. After that, over here it is asking for all these details, which I'm going to skip the part. Next, it is asking for the first name and the last name of our customer, the contact that we are creating. In the response, we have received the first name and the last name of my customer together, but over here it is asking for the first name separately and the last name separately. So now in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to separate the first name with the last name, and how we're going to do that with the help of an action application, that is Text Formatter by Pabbly. Using text formatter, we can split the text according to our requirement and format it, okay? For the action event, I'm going to select as split text, then I'm going to click on this connect button. It is asking for the text. It is asking for the text that we want to split. I want to split the first name and the last name of my customer. So for the data of this field, I'm going to map the data of the name of my customer. So I have to split the text over here, the first name and the last name, okay? And how we can split the text between the space that is provided between the first name and the last name. So as I'm going to use the separator over here as a space, so we have to use this code that is spaced right over here. It says for the space as a separator, use this code. So I'm going to copy this code from here and I'm going to paste this code right over here in separator field, okay? Segment, I want both the first name and last name. I'm going to select as all and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, the first name and the last name is separated. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the data of the first name and the last name right here. First name. And this is the last name right here, okay? After that, over here, it is asking for the email. So I'm going to map the data of the email of my customer that I've received right here. This is the email. I'm going to map it. Next, it is asking for the bank account number, which I do not have. So I'm going to skip the part. It is asking for address, city, which I don't have. So I'm going to skip the part, okay? For the phone number, we have received the phone number of my customer. So I'm going to map the data of the phone number. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, over here I've received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my Xero account. This is my Xero account and this is the contacts page of my Xero account. I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I've refreshed the page, if I'm going to scroll down, you can see right over here, a new contact in the name of Smart Customer has been added to my Xero account. Name is Smart Customer, email is smart45@pabblytunes.com with a dummy mobile number. As now the contact is successfully created in my Xero account, this means that we have successfully created an automation between Instamojo and Xero with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of a skincare brand and using Instamojo, I collect the payments from my customers as they go to purchase the products that I'm selling for my business. And using Xero, I manage the finances of my business and I maintain the data of all my customers in my Xero account, okay? Over here for my trigger, I've selected as Instamojo V1 and new sale. As whenever a new purchase of a product is going to be done using Instamojo by the customer, over here the trigger is going to capture the response of that. And using the customer's details over here in my Xero account, a contact is going to be created using this action step, in which my action application is Xero and action event is create a contact. And with the help of Pabbly Connect, I've automated this entire process. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.